good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Get Loud with LouD podcast, hosted by me, your boy LouD. This is my official lunch. The date is Wednesday, March 23rd. Time is 10 o'clock a.m. Welcome, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. It is the Get Loud with LouD podcast official launch. That's right. No better time to be launching than on a nice spring day. It's the sun is starting to come out, and it's beautiful out. It's March Madness time. We got tournament games on tomorrow. We got Arkansas, Gonzaga, Michigan, Villanova, go blue. St. Peter's, the Cinderella of the tournament, going against Purdue. Already done knocked off Kentucky. See if they can still rock them glass slippers, because they the new Cinderella this year. You know, every year the NCAA tournament have a new Cinderella. So the St. Peter's boys is in the house, and boy, them boys are fearless. So let's see where I go tomorrow. I know I'm excited. And I'm very excited about the launch of the show. Nervous energy to be expected. I'm in uncharted territory. So the purpose of my show, y'all, is to inform, entertain, and enlighten. That's my goal. IEE, inform, entertain, and enlighten. And the question I get asked the most is, what you going to be talking about? Man, that's simple. I'm going to be talking about everything. There's a lot of stuff that need to be discussed. We'll never run out of material. Past, present, and future, baby. Just like Miss Cleo, I'll predict the future, too. Call me now. Welcome, everybody, once again to the Get Loud with LouD podcast. So with that being said, let's get this thing cracking, man. I got announcements first and foremost. I live in the Lyman area, so I'm going to take care of them first. We're going to move around a little bit. I'm originally from Flint, Michigan. I lived there till I was 14. Then I moved to Toledo, Ohio to stay with my father. I stayed there and graduated from high school in 1991, Scott High School. The Bulldogs is in the house. And I've been in Lyman for the last 15 years now. All my kids are here, so this is where I am. Speaking of my kids, before I get rolling, my daughter told me to make sure I mention her. So shout out to my baby girl, Kendall. She's 10 years old. She played for Babb Elementary, and she a bad girl, man. She's tall for her age. She a straight A student, and she got mad game, but she don't get it from me. She get it from her mama. I ain't gonna lie. I was mediocre on the court. She get my tenacity and my attitude, but she get her game from her mother, man. Her mother went off to college and on a scholarship and played, and probably could have went to the WNBA, but you know, that was before the WNBA formed, so she probably ended up doing other things and stuff. But yeah, man, my girl is a dog, and I can't wait to see her moving down the line. So y'all keep your eyes open for my baby girl Kendall. She 10, and she gonna be a force. So with that being said, back to my announcements. If you're looking for a fresh haircut or any kind of hairdo, it's not just a barbershop. They have a hair studio. Yeah, fresh and faded, downtown Lima, 227 South Main Street. They do walk-ins or appointments. For an appointment, you need to call 419-221-3233. That's 419-221-FADE on your keypad, man. Go down there and check them out. If you just passing through, you need to get tightened up real quick or whatever. Or you're in the area and you're not familiar with them, they're in downtown Lima, so you don't have to worry about the atmosphere. It's in a comfortable neighborhood. It's not one of them hood barbershops where you got to worry about getting shot or slang. Oh, okay, all right, I ain't gonna tell nobody's business, but we all know how them hood barbershops can be. We got some that we won't even go to because we know how I get down in there. So moving on, we also have Victor's Taco, who celebrated their grand opening Friday, March 11th in Lima, Ohio. They are located at 916 North Cable Road. I heard their tacos are delicious. I haven't had the pleasure of trying it yet because the lines have been out the door around the block 2 times. So if you got the patience to wait, go over there and check out Victor's Taco, 916 North Cable Road here in Lima, Ohio. And I heard they even do breakfast burritos and stuff like that. So that's different for a taco shop. So if you get a chance, get over there and check them out. And of course, y'all know we got our Cupid, man. People, my friends come from all over. When they come through here, most of the time they stop and have them a Cupid burger, man. So Cupid, of course, it's like 3 or 4 locations here in town. I think 3. I might be missing one, but I'm almost certain that it's 3. Well, anyway, you can't miss them, man. They all over town. And the difference is they make their hamburgers fresh daily, you know, as opposed to McDonald's and stuff and with that processed stuff. So give them a try. A lot of people come get them, and then they take them home plain and dress them up when they get home, man. They that good. So Cupid's Hamburger. And summer is coming fast, y'all. We all looking for something to do in summer, some summertime excitement. Well, Troy, Ohio has floating tents. That's something different, man. Their motto is where floating the river and camping collide. So it's a floating tent, one of its kind tent that floats down the river. And you and your significant other or you and your family or whoever can rent a tent and camp at the same time while floating down the Miami River. Now, see, I don't know if that's for me because I'm not a big water person. And if I can't stand up in it, I don't want to do it. So especially floating down the tent. I don't know how deep the Miami River is, but floating in no tent, I don't know about that one for me because, like I said, I'm not no powerful swimmer and everything. So that might not be my forte, but whatever floats your tent. Yeah, whatever floats your tent. No pun intended. Maybe so, though. And my favorite one to announce, man, that's 409 North Elm Street in Troy, Ohio, y'all. You can look them up. You can just type in Float Down the River, Troy, Ohio, and it'll pop up that way, too. And now, back to my favorite, Sweetwater in Fort Wayne, Indiana. If you are an aspiring musician, you just like music, or you trying to be a DJ, anything to do with music, this is the store for you. They got any and everything you can think of, instrument-wise, equipment-wise. And if you go in there and don't see it, don't even worry about it. Just ask one of them salespeople because they got a warehouse right in the back of the store. And they got any and everything you can think of, man. When we first went, it was a school bus pulling up to do a field trip. And they got a big store full of all kind of equipment, man, just anything you can think of. And then on the other side of the store is a restaurant and some more things. I haven't even been on that side just to use the bathroom. I'm too infatuated by the equipment they got in there, man. It's just amazing. And then they got some old historical instruments and stuff hanging up. It's just like my favorite store. The second time I went, first time I went down there to get my camera and everything, so they didn't have it, you know, in the store, but they got it around at the warehouse. So you get your receipt and everything, and go around and pull up at the designated area, and then after they get your order together, the lady bring it out. Well, when she brought it out, I noticed that they gave me a little bag of candy, and so my two-year-old daughter was with me, so I gave my daughter my bag of candy. Well, the second time I went, my girl took a picture of me standing in front of the store with my little bag, you know, with my little stuff I just got. And she put it on Facebook and titled it his candy store. So when we got back, I just went in the bag and got what I went to go get, because it was a plug for my microphone. And I was excited to get my microphone plugged up. Yeah, I drove an hour away just to get a $16 plug. But anyway, so she said it's his candy store. So I plugged my microphone up. She done went in the bag, and there's another bag of candy. So now we done figured out, I guess anytime you go down there and purchase something, they going to give you a bag of candy. So this time I didn't give it to my daughter. I said, I need to keep this candy, you know what I'm saying, to keep track of how many times that I visit the store. It's like a little memento or something. So she can't have my candy no more. So I guess that is my candy store. So with that being said, man, check out Sweetwater, man. Y'all will love it in there. There's so much stuff to see. Kids in there practicing on the drums, and them little bitty kids throwing down in there. Guys taking guitar lessons. I'm talking about any and everything you can think of to do with music. They got it in there. So Sweetwater in Fort Wayne, Indiana, man. And also, album releases. On the hip-hop side, man, King Von, What It Means to Be King, man. His stuff dropped, and it's nice. I checked it out. King Von got a posthumous album, man. Rest in peace to the young man. But he got a nice album out, man. What It Means to Be King. Check it out. But boy, he sure be talking about that murder, man. I guess when you live by the sword, you die by the sword. But it's a very nice album. And also, the Baby and NBA Youngboy have an album out called Better Than You. Theirs is pretty nice as well. Then on the R&B side, we got Mary J Blige, Good Morning Gorgeous. She got a nice album. Mary doing a little rapping on there herself too. You know Mary like to bust a flow, so she doing a little rapping too. And man, guess who else back? Mace, y'all. Mace got a diss track on Puffy. Yeah, Mace going in on Puffy. I would play a little snippet, but y'all got to look it up on your own. I'm too scared somebody going to try to sue my broke tail. So with that being said, yes, man, Mace is back on the scene. Shocked the hell out of me. So when you get a chance, check that out, man. It's been a lot of cats coming for Puffy, man. Say that boy was real shady, but you know, it's a lot of guys like that when it come down to the industry. So that's not no shocking news to me, but yeah, he been catching a lot of heat from former artists and everything about how he mishandled them and everything, and he's supposed to snitch on Shine and all that, but we not even gonna get into all that, man. But check out that Mace, man. He dissing, he back. Mace said, I'm from Harlem and you from Mount Vernon or something, so when y'all check it out, let me know what y'all think about it. But on that note, man, it's time for a little break, man. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all ain't boring y'all too much. It's the Get Loud with LouD show, starring your boy LouD. We're going to take a small ad break, and then I'll be right back. Everybody enjoy. It's the Get Loud with LouD show, baby. All right, everybody, I'm back as promised, man. Welcome back to the Get Loud with LouD podcast, hosted by me, your boy LouD. We're going to have some fun now, y'all. It's time to get into the gist of the show. On that note, it is time for the Get Loud with LouD podcast Daily Dummy. That's right, the Daily Dummy today is Rashawn Washington Jr., from Cincinnati, Ohio. Police said that Rashawn attempted to use a U-Haul truck and chain to try and pull an ATM out of the ground at the Bank of America on Seymour Avenue in Roseline, Ohio. He was unable to remove the ATM and left the scene in the moving truck. The Lieutenant Ryan Murphy said that stealing an ATM is not very simple. Did this boy not see Barbershop when Anthony Anderson and the other cat were trying to, when they stole the ATM, but was trying to get in it by any means necessary? Did he not see the show, you dummy? I think he says their ATMs bolted to the floor, I believe is my understanding, and things like that, Lieutenant Murphy explained. So it takes a while to get them off the ground, and then they're heavy. He was later found on Dale Road in Norwood and resisted arrest. Ended up getting tased, charged him with obstructing justice, failure to comply, possessing criminal tools, safecracking, assault, and vandalism. So Rashawn Washington Jr. from Cincinnati, Ohio is the Daily Dummy. This dude got a U-Haul and a chain trying to pull a ATM out of the ground. Man, you would have been better with a Chevy truck. Barbershop didn't teach this boy nothing. So that's the Daily Dummy, man. Fun fact of the day. Did anybody know? Now, I know this might be corny to some, but stuff like this fascinates me. Did anybody know that the dolphin's ancestors was a four-legged animal that walked around on land hundreds and millions maybe years ago, though. But yeah, the dolphin derived from a four-legged animal. It had the big old long front, but it was kind of bigger. But yeah, he derived from a four-legged walking creature called a Pakicetus. That's right, a Pakicetus, man. The dolphins started out walking the land, and I guess they said, well, man, damn this mess that's going on around here. Let's take it to the water. I guess they said, we ain't going to walk no more. We just going to swim. And they evolved into the dolphins. So I thought that was pretty fascinating, man. All right, y'all know that probably corny to some, but like I say, little stuff like that interests me, and people that's into animals, that might be something that interests them too. Get loud, y'all leave me alone. Man, I got a story to tell, and this is going to be the gist of the gist. My 13-year-old son got suspended from school last week, but telling another little boy that he was going to kill him. And when he got home, we were trying to talk to him and tell him, you can't be saying stuff like that, and trying to tell him how serious it was, because he didn't understand the seriousness of what he said. His way of thinking was like, well, I was just saying it. I wasn't going to really do it. I was just mad. I wasn't going to hurt nobody. I said, yeah, and I understand that, because we all done been there and done that. We all done told somebody in the heat of the moment, I'll kill you, knowing that we weren't going to go through with the action. I know I wasn't, because I ain't trying to spend the rest of my life in no prison. If you ain't bothering my kids or my family, or posing a direct threat to my life or my family's life or my kids' life, it ain't worth doing no killing. But long story short, we had to tell him, like, man, in this day and age, you can't say stuff like that, because there's too much going on in these schools. And it's ironic that at the same time of his suspension, the Oxford High School shooter in Oxford, Michigan, Ethan Crumley, his parents was ordered to stand trial. They had a pre-trial going on around the same time that he got suspended. So I use that as an example to say that as an example, to show him why this is so serious, why that threat is taken so seriously in the schoolhouse. You can't say that. And so I'm saying that to say, it's funny that their trial, that they have been ordered to stand trial, which, if you don't know anything about the Oxford High School shooting in Oxford, Michigan, it happened on November 30th, 2021. A then 15-year-old Ethan Crumley shot and killed 4 of his fellow classmates, and shot and wounded 7 more, including faculty and staff. They said he was observed going in the bathroom with a backpack on, and then a minute later he come out of the bathroom with a 9mm Sig Sauer pistol, and just while kids was passing from one class to the next, and just methodically and deliberately started going down the hallway, shooting kids in the face and in the chest, and also shooting in the classrooms. But one thing though, Michigan used it could have been a lot more tragic, but Michigan used what is known active shooter drill that's known as ALICE. And that stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. So listen at this here. Did you hear what I just said? An active shooter drill. When we was in school, we ain't had to worry about nothing but a tornado and a fire drill. And I'm going to tell you, that tornado drill was scary enough. That damn loud ass horn go off, and then, they rush us out the class. Now, fire, we know ain't no fire. If, by sight and smell, that tornado was another thing. It just was kind of scary, because they'd have us out in the hallway up against our locker, Indian style, hand behind your head in your lap, and I'm thinking like, shit, what about my back though? I'm still exposed. My back gonna get hit by something. Shit, the tornado still can see me. Give me some shelter or something. But man, that was our biggest fear as far as any kind of drill. That's the only kind of drill that we had in school, man. And now, the schools is preparing for active shooter drills and shit. And they also use some shit called night lock, where they barricaded themselves in the class. The teachers was trained to use night lock, which was passed into Michigan law and that every door on the school had to have them in 2017. So that night lock probably saved countless number of lives and prevented more casualties. And prayers to the ones that did lost their lives, man. Some of them kids, it was rumors spreading around that it was going to be a shooting, and some of them kids stayed at home that day. That would have been me, because a month before the rumors are already circulating, and then a month before the shooting, a severed damn deer head got found in the courtyard of the school. Where they do that at, man? The only thing that was getting severed when we was in school was a frog or a worm in biology class, man. So after that incident, a letter went out to the parents from the school administration talking about they didn't find no threat. And shit, what kind of shit is that? A deer head, severed deer head in the courtyard thrown from the roof of the school ain't considered a threat. Sheriff office didn't even get no report of it or nothing. So that would have been threat enough. That would have been a big enough threat for me to know to stay my ass home. And there's already rumors that the school gonna get shot up. But the twist on this case, the reason I talk about that case is that the parents got charged as well. They got charged on December 4th with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter for failure to secure the gun. But the gun was their son Ethan's in the first place. They bought it for him, bragged on social media about it and everything. That's what they was into, because when the investigation, after the shooting, when the investigation ended up getting launched, you know, they go to the house and find all kind of guns, long guns and stuff to make Molotov cocktails, a journal. He had a journal talking about, now this is where it takes a twist that though. During the preliminary exam or the pre-trial for the parents, Jennifer and James Crumbley, more evidence came to light about this journal, but we'll talk about that. Anyway, they find all kind of stuff. Jennifer and James end up getting charged on December 4th, like I said. They end up running, going on a brief manhunt. They got found a few days later in Detroit at an art studio or something. Probably was on their way to Canada, trying to run from their responsibility. All these kids done lost their lives because of y'all negligence. So Michigan got that right by charging them. I wish a lot more states would follow suit. You understand? If the parents, if your kid go to school, if your kid don't go to school, you go to jail. So if your kid go in there and shoot up the school, your ass need to go to jail. Now, it should be levels to how much time you should do, because, you know, depending on your knowledge of the potential threat or the situation at hand. Like, say, for instance, Ethan's parents was totally negligent because, like I said, when that new evidence was presented, they said something about he had wrote in his journal that he had text messages back and forth between him and his friend Ethan Crumbley. He asked his father for help and told him, Dad, can you take me to see a doctor? I need help. His daddy told him to suck it up and give him a pill. And that's when my whole attitude toward that case changed, because my whole attitude changed because the boy knew he had problems and he was reaching out for help. He was trying to get help. I started thinking different, because at first I was like, how this little inbred motherfucker go shoot up this school like this, kill all these innocent kids, crazy little bastard and all that. But at least he knew he was fucked up. And at the end of the day, he's still a child, 15-year-old child that was seeking help. So that's why I say it should be leveled to the punishment, because this mother and father was clearly negligent, and their behavior after it was announced that they were being charged, they flee. Oh, man, I hope they give them the max sentence, just like they did Claude and Ray on Life, and drop the gavel on them bitches. Bow! You understand? They deserve it. So, man, and speaking of shooters, let me not get off track here. So they have a trial date set. They waiting to get a trial date set, and their son waiting to get a trial date as well. Like I said, I hope they give them the max penalty. If you haven't heard about that Oxford school shooting, look it up, man. I just thought, and that's the reason I had to tell him, that you can't go into schools telling nobody you're going to kill them. All these school shootings been going on, all these mass shootings. Speaking of mass shootings, look what just happened down Texas for spring break. Florida, you had 3 shootings on Ocean Drive one night, 2 the next night. Then here just a couple days ago and a couple nights ago in Dallas, South Dallas, you got 10 people shot, age range from 15 to 21, all during spring break celebration. When the hell did they start shooting up spring break? All them women running around there with bikinis on and you running around shooting up the place, fighting and shit. I see videos of cats with the rags and shit on. What they done made spring break a damn gangbang fest, a fight club. And what the hell would you want to shoot up a place with all these pretty young ladies running around? The purpose of spring break back when we was young was to go down there and have fun, make memories, and flirt with them fine women, and ultimately hope to get laid. I'm just going to say it. That's the real deal. Hopefully to get laid. Hopefully you get laid at the end, or if not, you're still going to create some memories. You're going to have fun. When we went, it was good, clean fun. Now, man, they down there shooting up the place, fighting cops, climbing on roofs, and all kind of crazy shit, man. I don't understand that, man. How can you take something that's so nice and turn it into something like that, man? Make it make sense. Somebody, please, because I can't make no sense of it. Well, anyway, man, those are the things I wanted to talk about, man. And I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I don't want to go too far into go try to do too much on my first day, my first launch. I'm going to keep it simple. We're going to stop it right there. I'm going to go ahead and let another commercial kick in. Y'all enjoy this outro music, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank y'all. That's all I can say. That's all I can think of to say is thank y'all so much for taking the time out. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Stay tuned for further episodes. It's the Get Loud with LouD podcast, streaming on Buzzsprout right now. Later on, I'll be streaming in other places. So stay tuned, man. We got things to come. We're going to take this show on the road from here on out, though, baby. Hey, it's the Get Loud with LouD show, man. Everybody be blessed. Have a great day. Enjoy this nice weather, man. The sun, like I say, the sun is starting to shine. It is springtime. We got March Madness tomorrow. Everybody enjoy the game, man. And I hope y'all brackets ain't too messed up. I know Kentucky killed everybody, but there's still hope. All right, man. Y'all have a good day, man. Love.